Hey everyone, my name is Cody Tarot and you're on the channel Cody Tarot. Okay, so for today's reading we have a interesting one. It's a spiritual gifts reading. The message coming through today is about a spiritual gift. So if you were drawn to this stone, then this is a spiritual gift you are coming into recently or soon. This is a new spiritual gift from my understanding. So this is something that it might be being built off of a previous spiritual gift, but it is a new spiritual gift for sure. Let's see what's going on here. The first card we have is letting go. This is interesting, and this tells me that you are also letting go of a spiritual gift. And so in a way, this spiritual gift is going to emerge soon after you let go of another one. For some of you, this could be something like you talk to a specific spirit guide and it's time to conclude your relationship with them, something like that. This could be a spiritual gift as well that you have outgrown or no longer need. For whatever reason, I don't know. There's too many reasons to go into for this general reading. But yeah, there's something about a spiritual gift needing to learn how to let go of a specific spiritual gift to get a new one. We also have endless possibilities. Right now, you might feel like your mind is a little open-ended, is kind of what I'm seeing. Like too many things could be going on or too many things could be possible at this time in your life. I feel like there's a sense of narrowing down what's to come. And you're in this period where you don't necessarily want to narrow down what's to come. But I feel like at the same time, this sense of openness is part of this new spiritual ability. So although uncomfortable, knowing that there are endless possibilities and that the future is unlimited. It's funny, a lot of you are watching this, you might be graduating from, for example, reading tarot or working on predetermined fate, something like that. So maybe you used to believe tarot controlled your fate or your outcome, and now you're believing more in free will. I'm also seeing third eye stuff too, with a lot of the indigos and the blues and stuff, and the star coming out of her third eye and flowing up to her crown. You might be surrendering visions of the future to a higher entity at this time. That can just mean that instead of wanting to know your future, you're actually, how do I put it? Like you're letting your future come to you. Is what I'm seeing, instead of you seeking it out, something like that. So you're almost letting go of the path to get somewhere is kind of what I'm seeing. We also have earth element, solid grounding. Yeah, I really feel like there's this period of time right now where grounding could be beneficial. Taking all of your energy from the heavens and putting it into the earth, which is like walking barefoot through grass. There's many different ways you can ground yourself. Working with black crystals or red crystals can be very grounding. Overall, one thing that I'm seeing with the green color here is your heart is going to be activated with this new spiritual gift as well. Now remember, endless possibilities is the doorway to this gift. It means there's the feeling how you're going to expand this spiritual gift or this perception that you're gaining is through this idea that the possibilities in life are endless, that no matter what you want, no matter what you desire, you can always change it at any given time. And there's unlimited ways you can achieve some specific goal. Also with endless possibilities, I feel like there's this feeling of letting go of a predetermined future that you've set for yourself, right? So there's a feeling here of like, what number is that? 38, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, there's this feeling of separating yourself from a predetermined goal and not really caring which way you end up, where you end up. Let's get one more here and then we'll do some tarot cards. We have ears wide open. Exactly. You're listening for signs now. You're listening and you're waiting and there's this feeling of just being present in the moment. So knowing that anything could happen and then being receptive. So I feel like part of this, and we have 33 here and this 38 boiled down to 11 that I was calling. Here's the thing, repeating numbers in twos is important. So any repeating number in two is going to be important. So like 44, 55, 66, 77, 11, 22, stuff like that are all going to be significant numbers at this time. Let me see what else I'm seeing here. Let's get some tarot cards on the table for this spiritual gift coming through. Yeah, this spiritual gift with solid grounding here does feel like it's coming in a very grounded way. It doesn't quite feel as intuitive or as watery as some of your other gifts have been in the past. Like, it's not so much like a mediumship ability. It's not so much hearing a spirit guide or connecting with spirits or anything like that. It's earthy. It's very grounded, very realistic, very pragmatic. But also there's a component of openness to this gift is what I'm seeing. Okay, we have the moon reversed here in the end, which also is just that feeling of the unknown, but the fact that the unknown will be revealed. So it's kind of like the vibe that I'm getting for you guys, the metaphor that I'm getting is a fisherman who doesn't know if he's going to catch a fish, doesn't know when he's going to catch a fish, but he casts his line out into the lake or the ocean, knowing that there are fish swimming, knowing that there might be a fish that catches his line, that takes the bait, and then he'll have a fish to eat, right? It's this kind of sense of faith that like, wherever I cast my line, like I know there will be a bite. I don't know what type of fish I'm gonna get because there's so many fish in the sea, but one of those fish is gonna be attracted to me. So that's kind of the thing that I'm seeing here with endless possibilities. It's like, it's this feeling of like, I'm casting my line out into the universe. And because I'm putting myself out there, I know that someone will take the bait. That's the vibe that I'm getting. It's this feeling of faith. It's the feeling of faith, and it feels like a sense of extroverted faith. So it feels like a sociability maybe of like a faith through sociability, something like that, where instead of like you guys kind of pursuing people, it's about letting go of a spiritual gift, a spiritual perception, a spiritual mechanism. And it's about casting a line out there and saying, I know anything could happen, but I want the universe to bring me this thing. You know, it's like, I want the universe to send the fish that I need to eat for tonight's dinner my way. And so it can catch the bait, you know? And at the same time, there's possibilities you might not catch a fish, right? But the point is, this new spiritual gift is synonymous to that metaphor of casting out the fishing line and waiting, just kind of patiently waiting for the specific fish to come in. With Queen of Wands here, this is playing into the mystery and extroverted sides of yourselves. It means that partly you're going to be a little mysterious at this time, but that's what's drawing people towards you. It's that element, it's that receptivity element of waiting, receiving, being present, you know, waiting for someone to approach you, waiting for someone to call you. That's kind of the vibe here. Now, the thing is you do have to cast that line. You do have to cast that fishing line out. But the point is it's very open-ended. It's like, once you cast the line, if you don't get a bite, you're like, no big deal. That's not the fish for me. You know, it's this very open and endless possibilities means you're letting go of control of what the outcome is. You're letting go of your goals at this time. Let's see, King of Pentacles we have here, which is super interesting. We have the Wolf of Knowledge right here below the King of Pentacles, and I see all these books in the background. I do think reading at this time is beneficial for developing this spiritual gift. I think knowledge is going to come to you effortlessly and with relative ease. I think you're going to be seeing how the different dots connect because you don't have a predetermined goal in mind of how the dots should connect. Is kind of the method that I'm getting here. It's like, because you don't know, it's like, because you're open to seeing how the dots connect in any shape, way, or form, you're more easily able to see the clarity of the situation. Remember, this is about letting go of goals. This is about letting go of a predetermined thing that you feel like you need to get towards, right? It's about seeing things for what they are. We also have Carrie's nurture right above the earth element. I feel at this time you have a lot of nurturing earth-like energies moving towards you. I also feel with this Reaper's Scythe here, it's time to harvest something, or it's time to collect your flowers or your bouquet or something like that. With nurture being the key word here, I think this is a gift you're going to have to nurture over time. It makes sense that it's going to require consistent effort to work with this gift, but I do see that it is relevant at this time. Like I said, some of you are letting go of goals. You're letting go of attachments to the future. You're letting go of any idea that the future is something that is specifically owed to you, right? There's a feeling of letting go of attachment here. And because there's this feeling of letting go, it's like one of your spiritual gifts that you used to have was like the ability to make something happen and putting something out there for you to achieve it. It was like, it's like manifestation on steroids. It's like, I want this to happen and now I'm going to receive it. And then you would receive it. I'm seeing this kind of opposite energy, right? Of like putting something out there and then waiting for something to come in. Like, it's not really so much like you're forcing it, or you're making it happen, or you're pursuing it in a very forward way. It's almost like, you know, anything could happen if you put yourself out there. So it's it's a situation of like, instead of going like looking for job interviews, finding the job you want and being like, that's the job I want, right? It's different than just like telling yourself like, I'm gonna see what people are talking about when it comes to jobs. And maybe you run into someone with a conversation and they're talking about their job as like a garbage man or something like that. And they say something like, well, if you're looking for work, let me know. If you have a part for me to play in this company, let me know. And, you know, it's one of those things too, where it's like, you're just letting go. Like, endless possibilities means you're not holding on to any one particular future. That is the next spiritual gift that's coming through. It's like, I'm not holding on to one particular future. Like, there's no reason to get attached to some particular outcome or goal. It's like, I want to live in the moment. And so as soon as I put in this proposal to this person, I'm letting it go, you know, and I'm seeing that the thing that comes back to you is not going to be because you pursued it. It's not going to be because you pursued and pushed and tried harder. It's going to be because you let it go. It's like this feeling of, how do I put this? It's like, telling someone about this particular, like, whatever job. Trash man might not be the best example, but who knows? Maybe some of you are like looking for like a job in that or something. But overall, it's like whatever the career is, whatever the job is, whether you're in like dentistry, art, entertainment, sports, health, service industry, whatever the career you're looking for, I'm seeing you guys in this mindset of like, I don't even care what comes next. Like, I'm in this phase of my life where like manifestation, schmanifestation, like I just want whatever that's going to happen randomly to happen to me. You know, you guys are strong is what I'm seeing. Let me pull one more card for this. We have 4th house home. I think you've built a very strong security for yourself. Also, 42 boils down to 6 and 33 boils down to 6, and we have the nurturing energy here. I just want to point out that you guys have done a lot of good for other people, and now it's time for people to do a lot of good for you. That is something that's coming through. But like I said, I don't see you guys expecting it. I don't see you thinking like, oh yeah, well, people need to be doing good for me, so I'm going to wait for this to happen. It's not like that. There's just this feeling of flowing into the universe freely, effortlessly, and not caring what the outcome is. It's very, very liberating in the sense that I know a lot of psychological magazines and stuff will talk about this, where it's like, you know, anxiety is living too much in the past or the future, right? To live in the present is where you find pure bliss and happiness. And I feel like that's the spiritual gift coming in for you guys soon. It's like learning to live in the present. Let's see, let's get, I feel like I'm pulling a character oracle card for you. I kind of want to pull this character oracle card to see what type of energies you're embodying. Yeah, we have lost soul. This is such a beautiful energy because I do feel like in some ways this is a helpful energy for you. We have seeker of clarity, wanderer, confusion, defeat, struggle. Wanderer is coming through the strongest here. It's like you're just wandering around. It's like, how do I put it? Like there's seasons of life where we're like really into a goal, right? There's seasons of life where we're like, okay, I really want to achieve this. I'm going to take the action steps to get there. And I'm going to do this pragmatic action plan to get to this goal. This is the kind of feeling of like being at your home and being like, it's a nice day outside and just feeling like, you know what? I want to go for a walk. I don't know the route I'm going to take. It's not like planning the route ahead of time. You're not on a GPS looking up, oh, I should go here, and then I can get to the store. And if I get to the store on time, then I can do this. And then I can get my walk back home, and then I can cook dinner. It's not like a planning thing, right? It's a very spontaneous, free-flowing kind of feeling of like, hey, I just feel like going on a walk and I'm going to put myself out there and we'll see what happens. And then it's just like being in the present moment. You know, there is no future thoughts coming up for you. And that's part of your spiritual gift, is a lack of seeing the future. Some people think that, you know, tapping into your third eye, getting premonitions, seeing the understanding everything clearly is really a strong sense of a spiritual gift. For you guys, it's about being in the present moment. The moon says it's about the unknown, and it's about the journey revealing itself every step of the way. If you think of yourself in kind of like a energy where it's like, how do I put this? Sorry, my battery on my camera said low battery. I don't know why I just checked it, but it did say low battery. Anyway, so we'll wrap this up real quick. It's the feeling of walking at night and not knowing your next step because it's dark out, you know? And the moon is that thing that illuminates every so often, you know? Some nights you don't get a moon. Some nights there's a new moon and it's totally dark outside and you can't see. At least in, you know, ancient times before electricity, that was the vibe, right? You could only walk and peruse and be around outside when the full moon was out, because that's when you could see clearly. That's when you could actually look around at your environment. And even then it was shadowy. You couldn't see exactly clearly, you know? So this is where this mystique and this mystery comes from with this card, or at least how I interpret this card. Overall, I will say this lost soul energy is a gift. This is a spiritual gift coming in. For some of you, you've been in this gift for a few years, and this is your sign that you're going to master it soon. So for some of you, you've been struggling with adapting and realizing and integrating this gift. And so it's been a challenge. For those of you watching this in the present moment, you haven't dealt with this gift yet. I don't feel like it will be a challenge. I feel like people who are coming to this reading and they've been dealing with this thing for a while, this might be more challenging. But for those of you who are coming to this and you're like, oh, I've never experienced this type of energy before, it's probably not going to be as challenging. But overall, it's really good. It's really good for understanding, for knowledge, for learning things, because your mind is open to, you don't have any preconceived ideas of what you need to learn. It's just you're learning what comes along. And you don't have any preconceived ideas of like how it should go or how the project should go or what the final outcome is. You know, I'm actually in an improv group, and some things we talk about is called, there's a phrase we called murder your darlings. A little brutal, I know it says murder your darlings. A lot of people have issues with that. But overall, what murder your darlings means is essentially like letting go of your preconceived notion of how the scene or how life is going to play out and just live purely in the present. Take everything one step at a time, right? I'm seeing that for you guys is something that is going to increase your growth tenfold, at least in this next chapter of your life. And remember, you don't have to do this forever. Like you might have this whole spiritual gift and this ability to do this for like 10 years. But then after 10 years, you might go back to being like, well, I want to start planning things again because you've learned this lesson. I feel like you guys are meant to receive and let go of a lot of different spiritual gifts in this lifetime. And the one you're letting go of right now is this ability to understand, know, and predict the future. Now, I'm not saying if you're like a tarot reader, a fellow tarot reader, and you predict future trends, I'm not saying you can't still do that. I see you guys still doing that and stuff. If that's your job and stuff like that. But I mean, there's this feeling of like anything could happen. And there's this feeling of like enjoying the process of that and being like, wow, it is kind of cool that anything could happen. I might not need to know what's going to happen today. And it's cool to just kind of see where I naturally go. And this also applies to projects specifically is what I'm seeing. There's a big metaphor of like putting bait on a hook, casting your fishing line and waiting for a bite. Right? And it doesn't mean you can't cast multiple fishing lines, right? It's a matter of patience. It's about putting yourself out there and then being patient for the response. And if the response never comes, that means no fish is going to take that bait, right? Not a big deal, but you're not waiting around because that would indicate that you have a specific expectation of that situation. So there's a feeling of not necessarily waiting around for the fish to catch take the bait, right? It's like you have it on kind of like a little extra nudge that's in the back of your mind. And so it's like, as soon as the fish takes the bait, it's like, oh, okay, this is cool. I know what's going on. I know what's up. Anyway, so thank you guys for letting me read for you. I really enjoyed giving you this reading. Thanks for watching the channel. And if you like this video, like or comment below. You can subscribe if you want to. And I'll try to get more videos out in the future. And see you guys later. Bye.